finally, let's try and make another video. Freaking everyone's busting in on me. I made as many videos because I'm trying to stop thinking about and talking about what happened so much. It pops up in your head all the time, and I'm absolutely sick and freaking tired of it because no justice has been done, and it really does piss me off. And I keep reading about people's comments in Facebook about how they've had similar things done. They get treated like crap. They leave it because they're sick of being treated like crap for year after year after year. And then when they leave because they've had enough, because they're depressed or they've got physical illness through this shit that the Watchtower give you, then instead of them looking after you and saying, "No, we're sorry we're sorry, we could sort this out," they just let you leave, and then they're just like, "Oh, sorry, get interrupted by fucking notifications on my phone." Yeah, so basically no justice has been done. Everything in my life is always, I feel like it's always got an end, a finish. Either that person weren't right or that person was right, and everybody knows. But this one just seems so deceiving, and it's such a different step in my life where I've done bugger all wrong, and there's this group of people all being told lies about us when it's actually the people that they worship, the elders, who are the arseholes. So yeah, it's really frustrating. And some of the stuff I see online, I mean, I just think some people were Exjws were raising the truth, like left when they were 15, 16. And there are some mature 15 and 16-year-olds, but some of them are still immature. They just sort of grow up. They're in it because their parents are in it, and then when they leave home, they leave, or they leave because they decide that they just don't want it. And some of the comments are so they're just rubbish. Like there's no understanding at all of what anybody's gone through or has been through or going through. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Well, you were a kid when you left. I don't expect you to understand. And some people it's quite surprising how much has changed as well when I hear comments from people who are in the part of the JW org, how much has changed over the years. I mean, I was in it for 10, so we started just as the book studies in people's homes finished. So and we've been in it since obviously the Kingdom Ministry thing stopped, and where we did the new one, our Christian, or whatever the fuck it's called. I'd love to hack into where they print the watchtowers out and stuff. Just hit them all and print out Andrex on top instead of Watchtower or Awake, because it's fucking toilet paper. A religion that is happy that people are going to die. A religion that rejoices over people that are going to die. A religion where, I mean, there was someone put a comment on Facebook. There was a woman. Okay. Look out. Shut the door. A woman put that in her mind apostates are on the same level as paedophiles. Apostates are on the same thinking levels as pedophiles. Oh, fucking help me. If I could just get hold of that person. Seriously? Are you freaking serious? An apostate who has been treated like absolute fucking crap by shepherds of the flock are as bad as fucking paedophiles. You are having a laugh. That's how deluded and mentally deranged people can be. You know, there's people who seem intelligent, but they really are not when they're witnesses. And I always found that the people who thought they were really clever weren't, and it was really annoying. Everyone would say, oh yeah, ask him, he knows everything about science. He's like, he knows everything. And then when you speak to it, and then you're a bit wary to speak to them. You think, oh, you know, they know a lot about science. You know, it's going to be over my head. And then you speak to them, and it's not. And they can't answer some questions you've given them, and they answer them in an unscientific way. And you think, that's not right. That's not science. That's not actually true. You're supposed to be the one that's all brainy. And I think the Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't know what a brainy person is, because they're just trapped. They don't know what anything is. They're stuck in a big bubble, trapped on their own. Marie's stressed. I don't know if you can hear her shouting downstairs. She's stressed because, well, as you know, if you've been watching my videos, my oldest Rosie made a friend, and it was all going well. But it's turned out it's a bit one-sided, seemingly. So I said to her, look, you know, you'll find you'll have friends and they'll seem really nice and you'll probably have them for years and they just shit on you. Friends do that. So I said, just don't text her and see if she texts you. Been 2 days and no text, so it looks like it's a one-sided thing. Funny story, I went to the park today. I went to the park because I love the seesaw. No, not really. I went to the park, take my youngest down to play football. She likes football. Got some football boots from a charity shop. And went down the park, play football. And I rang Marie up and said, send Rosie down, my oldest. And Rosie came through. We were in the middle of the field on the football bit. And there was a group of 3 boys and a girl, probably about Rosie's age, teenagers. And Rosie, I said to Marie, send Rosie down. Rosie walks across the field and these 3 boys who are with this girl shout out, my mate says you're fit. And the girl shouts, fat more like, because Rosie's obviously skinny and this girl wasn't. And the girl with the group obviously didn't like the fact they fancied her. I didn't say anything because she could step up for herself if she wants to. You know, I'm not going to embarrass her. Daddy's sticking up for her, you know. And it wouldn't look good, someone like me, having a go at some little boys, really. I mean, if they were like 18, I might have said something at least. But they were like 14, 15, so they're still little babies. Yeah, and then they see she was coming towards me, and they said, one of them said, fuck me, I think that's her dad. That's her fucking dad. And he goes, oh shit, we gotta go. So they start leaving the park, and his mates stop him, but he wants to run because he thinks I'm going to get him. Silly. So anyway, that was quite funny. And Marie's stressed because all the children are basically all locked down, no groups or nothing. All their friends have come off. Poor old Jack got his phone out today and went on his old WhatsApp group, and all the little JW little bastards have all gone off his group. What the fuck has he done wrong? He never did anything wrong. I'll tell you what he did wrong. He befriended him in the first place because all he did was pick on his height, pick on the fact he's got an Xbox 360 and not an Xbox One, put him in a fucking bin, take the piss out of him for his hair or what he's wearing. Nothing was ever right. So yeah, I feel quite sad really when I think about how times have changed. And I still do believe that times are different now, because when I used to get in a scrap at school, it was a scrap. There was no knives, no weapons, that's it. And bullying now is much, much worse. Around my area, there's a couple of kids who killed themselves. Someone got stabbed in the eye. There's all sorts going on. Some of the stories we hear, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. I had to take my youngest out because of something very, very bad, and the head teacher was going to let it go on till fucking that school was as bad as Jehovah's Witnesses, letting the sexual abuse go on. So the kids were homeschooled because basically they advanced far quicker and learned a lot more at home than they did at school. When Rosie went back to school, she came out of primary school. I don't think she even did year one. She was homeschooled till she was about 10, and then we put her in school for about a year or two. And basically, the teacher said, "There's no way she can fail us at things." She had really high scores, but then the thing is, Rosie was telling me that the work they were doing was basically work she was doing when she was a little girl, little. They'd only just started learning about electrical circuits, and there she was at home making parallel and series circuits and more advanced ones, and it's so difficult. Sending her to school knowing she's not learning anything, plus getting bullied. And Jack was getting bullied. Chloe didn't get bullied, but she was only there for like year one or something. So it's different. And then Lizzie was, we had a couple of instances that were not good. I mean, can you imagine a little girl, the brother that was involved with Lizzie, with what happened, his little sister was younger, reception age, and she came round to our neighbour's house. We're in a small town anyway. She ended up in the room in the next to neighbour's garden, and she shouts through the fence, "Suck my pussy." I don't know if she. I'm surprised she could talk, let alone say that. So you got a little girl going around saying "suck my pussy," and her dad's just smoking weed all the time. Never seen him work, and you just think there's no hope. The head teacher's covering it up, just like the witnesses. So they're homeschooled. They haven't got any friends. Rosie's like a goth. She likes manga and stuff, and drawing, crafting stuff. Jack would just do with any friends really, but yeah, so it's really hard for the kids. We've taken to places before, but they choose not to. I say, "Oh, go and play," and they say, "No, I don't want to. He's an odd, or he's done this," and they've ganged up on them or whatever. They've made nice friends, but they're just not real friends, are they? I think it takes a time to realise that in this world, I don't think you're really going to have, and this is honestly how I feel, I think in a way, you're alright with family and workmates. Friends otherwise, I don't know. I was friends with a lot of people in my school. I was friends with all the different types of people. Different days I go off with different ones of those groups. When you grow up, I don't know, they all let you down eventually, or use you, in my experience. So I've just got my family and my workmates, anyone I work with, they're alright, but that's about it really. The kids could do with some mates, because when I was a kid, I used to go around cycling in big gangs and messing about and stuff. Not like kids do now, but hey, So Marie's stressed out. She's trying to find groups, and she just come up and interrupted one of my video I was making a minute ago, saying that she wants to send two of them to a youth club, which I know is rough as hell. And you can imagine my kids were brought up in Jehovah's Witnesses, so sheltered in a way. I've told them to be tough. They can stick up for themselves, but to go through it day in, day out, I mean, that's what I went through at school, primary school, secondary school. I was the smallest. Getting in scraps, a lot of scraps and stuff. And it was hard. I think school's very hard back then, let alone now. Thankfully I left school and I'm 6 foot with my boots on. I'm not little. And I'm physically able. Plus when I left school I went through a lot that changed me. Completely different person. But I'd rather have stayed the way I was, to be honest. I felt very innocent when I was a kid. I was a different person. And my kids are innocent and decent. I don't want them to change. But they still will have to toughen up. There we go. So Marie's stressed and upset about it. But there you go. That's life, isn't it? Really, they just need to get bloody jobs, get working. But lockdown, Boris Johnson's poxy lockdown, don't really help no one, does it? So yeah, that's what's going on. Just try not to think about the big lie that is the Jehovah's Witness organisation. Try not to think about it. I'm scrolling through more of the groups on Facebook because I just don't want to see it. My stomach's still hurting, my hernia, and I still can't get an operation. Someone put on one of my comments, but it went. I think the community guidelines took it off. It said something like, "Oh, gay" or something like that. I'm not gay. Even if I was, what the fuck's it got to do with you prick? Chris Mass, that was it. It's funny, innit, how people take the piss and they haven't been for anything. When I was a kid, I used to hang about with drug dealers, proper drug dealers, brought up by different blokes for a long period. Bare knuckle fighter, brought up in a rough areas. I've seen a lot, been through a lot. Even my parents don't know about some of the things I've been through as a kid. Nor my wife. Had a bad dream the other day. Brought something up as well. I couldn't tell anyone. But you just get on. You just keep on getting on. One thing I'm thinking of is maybe would like to go and see a psychiatrist just to talk and just see what they say about what's happened to me. Just to give me I know I'm right, but like a confirmation I've done bugger all wrong. No, I was right in protecting my kids. That's about it, really. So thanks for your comments, subscribers. I'll keep doing videos just as time goes on. You'll notice I'm up and I'm down all the time. Yeah. So thanks for all the regular people who comment. One with a funny face. Ugly Watchtower. I shouldn't name them because I'm going to run out of all the people who comment on my videos. Messy Nessie. Who's some others that might comment? I don't know. Some of them are funny, some of them are good. Some give me ideas. But it's good that there's a little community out there, you know, and people that watch my videos regularly. That's quite good. Would you like to see me do any other videos on anything else? Have you got any questions? Like, where did the TV come from? That's a new TV. It's a bit out of place in this room, but Marie was like, oh, this is so cool, because we haven't had a TV in our room for ages, because we usually stay downstairs or watch a phone. Yeah, that's it. Video done. I managed to do it. 21 minutes, 5 seconds so far. No kids running in the room. Mental. That's a long time. That's a record. It's not, but actually the kids didn't come in the room, didn't they? Okay. Can't think of anything else to say. I even thought that it would have been good for me to have stayed in, but you know, been PMO, physically and mentally out, so you can get information and get stuff, and I would have liked to have been in there as like a game and just mess with everyone's minds, and that would have been good fun. That would have been good sport. Hey, that time's gone. Moving on, but it just keeps popping in my head how unjustified everything is. Everything that they've done is unjustified. It's just not fair. And then they spread lies about me. It's like they've shit on me, and then they're telling people that they haven't shit on me and that I shit on them. There's just shit everywhere already, isn't there? The shit hit the fan this year, and we got the hell out of there. So I'm out of the Kingdom Hall when the shit hit the fan. There's shit flying everywhere, and I ain't in the Kingdom Hall, so I ain't got no shit on me. But they have. The disgusting, deceiving, horrible people, and they've all been brainwashed, and they will never wake up. And you just know you just know which ones aren't and which ones are. It's terrible. Right, video over, because it's just a crap video, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, oh good. See you, speak to you soon, and maybe next video will be fun. I'll probably wear a red nose or something.